Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, and we're back on the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So, last time I completely discovered the game for the very first time, etc. It was very fun, confusing. I laughed a lot. It was so funny. And I still have a lot of endings to unlock. So, without further ado, let's just jump back into the game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let's watch this again.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Just to remind us what we're doing.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders
Hi,
came to
Nameth.
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons.
Hope you're doing well, despite the thunderstorm at your home.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I didn't count how many endings I still have left, because I did quite a lot of them last time, and I know there's like 42 endings to the game.
When he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
So hopefully I'll still have enough for a full stream, but this one will probably be the last one on the game.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I just got an achievement, quit the game and launch it again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, so far, not much differs from last times.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. Still can't open any door.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Yeah.
Make a single difference.
Oh yeah, right. Last time we had the new content. Behind the new content door.
Good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh really? What is it? Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it is. New content. Okay. So, more elevators for now.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. Oh, wow. Fancy.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Oh. To the Due zwei Das. Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh, hi, Sitya One. Is this a horror game? No, don't worry, it's not. You can stay here. You shouldn't be scared. This is more like a multiple ending kind of game. Like you follow your own story, I guess. How would you define the Stanley Parable, actually? Because this game is so confusing. This I wouldn't really know how to define it, actually. I mean, if you want, just stay on the stream and figure out by yourself, but I don't really know how to explain what Stanley Parable is about.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
Okay.
Let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of
Took the red
interesting
marker.
concepts,
Me.
that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
The prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable. Okay. The end is never the end. This way to the show floor. Wow. This is so good looking. New features. New content. Okay, okay. Wow.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh, they have some merch. Nice. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Definitely. I love it. Please, no screenshots. Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I don't know. Oh, this one. Get Well Someday. 12th birthday step niece. I like this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh, really?
Well, someday it is.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Can I press the second one? No, I can't. Fine. The narrator is trolling me again.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay, sure. Oh, the jump circle again.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time you saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
I can't have more jumps? Okay. This is sad. I wonder if you can jump again in this one if you haven't spent all your jumps. Okay, what is this? Jump circle, this map. Okay. Free achievement? Where? Oh, it's out of the map? Okay. Oh, here. Let's see what it is. I can't believe it's that simple. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Let's see.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Aww.
Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me my achievement, you bastard! I've been bamboozled. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay, so I guess I'm just going back into the main hall.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
You can find them. Collect them all. Is this Pokemon something?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Woohoo! Can I really find like 5 more and nothing will happen?
Is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely.
Can I get this one?
Tragic.
No. Okay. Let's see, what else? What else? Something here maybe? No. Okay. Okay, so we're back here. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too big, too small, just right.
The obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Will this reveal my real name, like, live, if I press this? I don't know.
Jim. Sorry,
oh,
I should
okay.
be clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course,
nice.
In the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have
sure.
the role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay, I'm Jim.
Play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Sure.
Sleeping and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all
streaming as Jim,
and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really?
I feel like Jim right now.
If so, then
I identify as a Jim.
And press the button.
Jim.
Oh my God!
Yes, you see, what a thrill, what a rush!
This is impressive.
The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Yes, yes.
Jim.
Wow.
The second time, if this were the only new feature in the Stanley
I can't believe it's real.
Still be worth the money. Let's take a break
but
from the
I'm Jim.
I'm too emotionally
I'm Jim.
from all of this personal validation.
Oh.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Am I too much Jim?
I'm putting the Jim button away.
No, please.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No. You mother... Okay, I guess I'm in the back again. Ugh. I loved being Jim. It was fun while it lasted. And hi, Gulumus. Nice seeing you here. Okay.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Wait. Did I went here already?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, Well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. The gym is never the gym, is never the gym. Settings, World Champion. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. I want to be the Settings World Champion. Oh, I guess I can't? Unless I go to the settings, maybe? Is that something? No. Nothing special. I tried. Oh, God damn it. Okay, so what's left? Infinite Hole. I haven't done this one yet. So I guess it's this way? What is this? Okay. Explaining what a hole is. Infinite hole charts. Okay. What the fuck? This is just... Isn't this like just skin? I don't know.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever.
Just like in Portal.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Let's try this. I'm indeed falling.
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Wow.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Unless there's something at the bottom of the hole.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
What if I don't want to?
Sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I want to see what's down here. It can't truly be infinite, right?
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
Is this gonna be another closet situation?
On your definition of
I think so, yeah.
From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as
suicidal for people,
Don't
maybe?
you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Oh, so
Look,
this is becoming quite a toxic relationship, I would say.
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button.
Fine for me.
Up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
And what if I like to stay at the bottom of the hole? Will the narrator come back for me? No. No. Okay. Well, you did leave him for millennia on hand with the skip button. Anyone would get toxic after that. Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
Great.
I'll go back up.
I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Wait, what if?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Normal.
What can I say? I'm a man. Of course I love holes.
Forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have me
Oh,
Did the hole seem even
it's a lot shorter, yeah?
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Enough? positively thrilled. I really, gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Sorry, dude.
If this
I
stops
couldn't
because
resist.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yeah.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the
Could we,
where it's
at
no
some
longer
point,
feasible to
do
call
like a
the hole
reverse hole?
infinitely deep, even by the lax
So, like,
overall standards
by
for
making it
accountability and
so
marketing.
flat
What's going
that
on
it
here?
starts going
Stanley,
back
I
up?
have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Sure.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
the shame of my life
okay.
has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this
It's funny.
I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
And another
You just
one.
do whatever it is you're
And
here to
another
do.
one.
Hit the teleport button.
And
when you're
another
ready to
one.
move on.
And another one. Oh, wait. Oh.
The teleport button not working?
I'm pressing the key.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing?
I can't teleport anymore.
I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it
Don't do
than you
this.
could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Fuck
Take
you.
care, Stanley. I hope
Come
you and the hole
back.
have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
God damn it. It got me on this one. I left him all alone last time by skipping him because he was talking too much. Now he left me too. What's this sound? I still can't teleport. So I guess I'm really just stuck here. What is happening? Oh! It's going back down again. Okay, okay. Will this unlock something? Like a new room? I absolutely love the music though. Okay. Wow! Okay, this is cool. Oh gosh, this one is cursed. My perception. Okay. What is this? Change your reality. Oh. Whoa, what the fuck? Is this Iron Lung? Oh, I'm Jenna Bone. Oh, this one is perfect! This one is so perfect!
Stanley? Stanley! Stanley!
No!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off,
Oh,
drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
can I? No, I can't do anything anymore. Is it going back down again? Because I still can't teleport. Oh. Wait. Was that an ending? Apparently.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. The reassurance bucket. I didn't do this one yet.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical.
Which is fun.
It engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution
That's
to this
not a
fundamental
bucket.
problem with the game. It's
Or
the
is there
Stanley
nothing?
Parable reassurance bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance
Give me the bucket.
while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Gimme.
Come on, give it a try.
What?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh,
I think
definitely.
just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits
Do you
of the
find
bucket
me
seem to
more
go on and on,
attractive?
don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, so bucket in the hole. What? You want me
Does
to
anyone give out awards
go
for
in the
most
hole with the
enjoyable
bucket?
in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't
Mostly
already.
infinite hole. Okay, so I did this one already. Oh, I didn't saw the balloons. Get well someday. What if I go back in the hole? Let's try this. Oh, unless it's closed. I can't go back in the hole. Okay, fine. But what do I do with this bucket? Let's see. I've been here already. So I can't do this. Oh wait, there's a map, right? Okay, so jump circle, we did this. This map for achievement, we did it. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game, we did it. The merge is done. Settings, world champion, we couldn't open the door. Stanley Parable Reactions bucket, we got it. Office decoration, we did it. Epilogue, we did it. Collectibles, we did it. Infinite hole, we did it. So we're left with the exit. Okay. Ooh. I love the design.
All right. Have you seen everything you
I
wanted?
want that in my
Ready to
kitchen.
move on now?
Wow. This somehow feels like communist propaganda. Like with all the red. But definitely feels like some communist propaganda.
So, Stanley,
What?
what do you think?
What?
Do you like all of the new
Or
features?
bucket?
Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Sure.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Sure.
Here it is.
Give me.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Sure. Take your time.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Of the Stanley Parable 2, and it's even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Integrity, because we are a Stanley Parable 2. Ooh. What if I just quit the game? Oh wait. Okay, that actually quits the game. Okay. Whoopsie. Yep. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cats are friends. Okay, confirm. Just the slider until the number 5 becomes number 9. Is this 9? I think. Oh, wait. No, 9. Confirm. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Okay. Which of the two made-up words below is the most appealing to you? Okuboinkol or Scrumtosh? Okuboinkol, definitely. Please don't adjust the slider. Sure. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What is time anyway? Yes. I feel like I'm in a Pokemon game. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes, I guess. Help. Wait, what? 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 Yes? Will come back visit me. Yes? Okay, It was extremely confusing. The end is never the end. Okay, so far this is exactly the same thing. Okay, I'll just begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay, I'll skip the intro because it's always the same thing. What if you quit the game again though?
All
Oh,
of his
wait.
coworkers were gone. What could
This is
it
the
be?
balloons.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so if I quit the game, I think I'll have like maybe more sliders. Because every time I launch the game again, I continue to have more and more story on the side. But I want to make some progress in the actual game. Okay. I can get the bucket back.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay, so now everything should be less confusing. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Should I? Okay. That thing was clearly expecting you to talk to it again. Yeah,
Still no one was here.
maybe later then.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Can I go back in the closet?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Oh.
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's
Can I
supposed to
release
go
the
with other
bucket?
Cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I want
I know
to.
how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the
I
bucket?
just wanted to
Stanley,
stay
I
in the
never liked
closet.
this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends.
What?
That your relationship is purely
This bucket is
superficial
my
and
best
convenient.
friend.
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I've never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the
It's
wide
mean.
variety of
I love my
experiences
bucket.
you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Can I talk about like the gay fanfictions between me and the bucket?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Perfect.
Now settled. No
I
more
love
debate,
it.
No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all
Thank
your
you,
harebrained
narrator.
philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Am I good
All
now?
right, I've got a second sticker back here,
Ooh.
and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Yes, please do.
You see,
I love
I
it.
feel that it works because the sticker is also
I actually
a
want
bucket.
that yellow sticker on my
If you're ever
laptop
unsure
now.
whether the thing you're holding is a
I
bucket
love
or
it.
not,
It's so
you can
cool.
look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
How many more stickers can I get? I wonder now.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest,
really?
I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Really? Do I have to come out now? I guess so.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. Can I go to the bathroom? Sit. Ooh! Collectible!
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Thank you. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Oh, I can't see myself in the mirror. Sad. Okay. I'll go there. Can go here.
Into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
The bucket is the way.
Logical explanation.
The bucket is the way. The bucket is never the bucket.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley
That
figures.
memory, though.
Oh, what about...
It's only for
Stanley?
numbers. It's
Yes,
fine.
I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine? Couldn't we just, like, shorten that? Stanlerine? To just, like, Stalin? Something? That could work. So, now I've got half of the stallions. Love it.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Thank you, bucket. Yet but 4 numbers that had no meaning whatsoever, that you hadn't had to think about for a week. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have a pretty good memory usually. I remember a lot of things.
Stanley and the bucket walked
Usually,
straight ahead through the large door
only the useless one,
mind
though.
control facility.
Okay. Let's go back into the mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous
With my
room packed
trustworthy
with television
bucket.
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
What do you think it is, bucket? Personally, I truly don't know. I have no idea.
To life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea
That's still
pigs.
better than mine, I guess.
The bucket
I mean,
had never seen anything like
your
this.
memory isn't
Very
difficult to
nearly
beat,
burst into tears
actually.
as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be
Do you
fine.
understand at least now why I trust my memory more than yours?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want
You
to
can't
do
mind control my
in the
bucket.
first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He
No!
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter.
This is a strong and independent bucket. He can do everything by himself, just like everyone else. Okay.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating,
I'll turn that thing off and just run away with my bucket.
As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine
reminds me of the
would
playing
never
from
again
Ed,
exert
Ed,
its
and Eddie.
terrible power
I've
over
heard about
another
it,
human
but I've
life.
never watched the show,
For
so
he
I
and
don't
the
really know
bucket would
what
dismantle the
it's
controls for
about.
good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. And the bucket
How do you
made sassy
high-five a
comment
bucket?
about taking down the system.
I did it! I mean, the bucket did it. I did nothing. It was all my strong and independent bucket.
Was it over?
I guess it is.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to
Wow.
support.
Hey!
Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped?
The door burned.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Please!
An unbearable silence filled
Jump,
the room,
bucket!
lingering
I'll throw
and
you
unsettling.
away! Leave you
Until
alive!
finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face.
No.
This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
No!
Needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
Bucket!
But he let
Please!
part of the bucket.
Jump!
No,
It's not too late!
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
No.
Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he
No.
was about to find out.
Don't tell me my bucket is gone. Please. Where's my bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Give me back my bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over.
Thank goodness, I got scared for a second. Okay. Thing is, after a while, everyone starts to talk about Plank as if he was really sentient, and there's even an episode where Plank goes full psycho, Rain turning a smile into a frown, and everyone fearing for their lives. What the fuck? What the fuck was that show? There was something here before, which is not here anymore. Okay. Still nothing new. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, this time I'll go on the
This was
right.
not the correct way
Right.
to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Still has the
How
stickers.
insightful
Yeah.
the bucket turned
It
out
is
to
still
be.
my bucket after all. My comfort bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I want to still go on the right. Okay.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
go to the cargo lift.
I trust you,
Good,
Bucket.
said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
I trust the
It should have alarmed
bucket.
him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Wait, can I go here? What happens if I go here? There's a room here. I don't think I've been here before. Danger everywhere. Okay. I don't fear the danger. I have my trusty bucket.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Wait, what?
Stanley,
Oh.
why do you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
No.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose
To
that would
bucket
explain a
or
lot
not
about
to
your behavior
bucket?
up to this
That is the
point.
question.
Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Here? Okay. Is this a game show?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll
Okay.
tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Oh, this is so stressful.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh, you got me. You got me. You need to let go of the bucket.
Item 2.
Never.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Aww.
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
I can't even trust my own eyes anymore. What is this? Is this a bucket? Is it not? The bucket is never the bucket. Is never the bucket. Is never the bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Fuck you. Okay.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes. Aww.
You're hallucinating. This is a tractor.
I thought
It's an
it was a
enormous
bucket.
machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Sorry, I thought it was a bucket.
Is this
Oh.
a bucket?
Yes, definitely. This one is definitely a bucket.
Correct. This is a
Woohoo!
bucket.
See? I know what a bucket is.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question.
But
Both.
wait, huh? Wait. How can it be both? What the fuck?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Oh. Is this a bucket? I guess so.
Okay,
Oh.
you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Well, I mean, to me, a bucket is somewhere where you can like pour something, like water. And you can pour water into nothing. If it has a hole in it, it technically isn't a bucket anymore. Yeah, but there's no holes in nothing. So if there's no hole in nothing, then that means that it's a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost
Oh, it's
sense
not
of
that complicated.
What
Come
is
on.
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Don't do this.
Okay.
Don't. No.
Here we go.
No. I'm sorry, dude. No.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why
I
did
told
everything
you.
Disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every
I told
single
you.
thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley,
A black hole is a hole in the void of
you're
nothingness.
not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact.
Can I get the
that
skip
we haven't
button
got
now?
a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll
like
know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay. Okay, I need my bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
The confusion
Thank
and
you.
chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. So far, so good. Oh, wait. Now we can find them. Bottom text. What we know, small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no man. I found the one in the toilet. Like, I found both of them, I think. Follow clues provided by employee. Okay, we can do it. Red room. Thank you. Good luck. What? Trust the completionist instinct. Oh no, they know I like to 100% my games. There will be a reward for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. Lies. Where are you? There will be cleaning of this wall required. I want to go home. I want them so much. Looks like 427. That's me. Gotta collect them all. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Large room? Lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs. Something, somewhere both red and blue. Okay. So probably inside of a sequel exhibit. I got this one nearby a fireplace. I got this one. Private but smelly place. Okay. Hello, Bobby. Okay. So, if there's something with like stairs, something to do with stairs, I think if we go downstairs, we can probably find something.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Like here. Yes!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name
I still
better
like
encapsulates
Stalin's
the intrinsic sense
for
of
this figurine's
happiness
name.
that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay, so we have 2 left. Can I go back up? No. So it was talking about somewhere with lots of boxes. Maybe here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that.
So
and in
this
such
is
a competitive economy,
the ending where everything loops until I die.
Everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Okay.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Not enough beard for that name. I don't need beard, I just need a mustache.
Guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
Wait, what?
And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
But it
Someone
has the
else's bucket, perhaps.
It has the property of Stanley sticker on it. This is my bucket.
No good would come from this.
Wait,
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Oh no.
Indeed. Now
I'm going to die again, am I?
Which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket!
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
I'm coming for you, my baby. Oh no.
Forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
Mine has stickers on it.
He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him.
Oh no.
It was incredibly painful.
I'm gonna shit a bucket.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Yeah, I'm dead again.
Rose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security.
Everyone has a bucket now.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
Bucket bursts out from its chest like in Alien. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking about.
She had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
Trust the bucket, not the process, only the bucket. My life kicks ass. Yes, definitely. She backflipped. I love this game. I love this game so much. Okay.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Yes. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to
So,
his chest, entered the door
a place with lots of boxes. Oh, wait.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge
That
was
must be
simply
this
the
way.
place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
This is
to go
probably
back to the
here.
meeting room.
Okay.
No.
Said the bucket.
Because there's a lot of boxes
Go
here.
somewhere else.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I can see it. Okay, okay. Okay. I just don't fall. Yes.
Getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Okay, but now am I stuck? Oh no, I can go here, I guess. What? Oh. I guess I'm in the back rooms now. Okay. Can't go here. What's this? Narrator dialogue. Okay. What?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
What?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
What?
The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
Yeah, I agree. I can't live without my bucket anymore.
There's no explanation for it.
I need it.
Still,
Is it like a drug?
figured out why
Is the
I
bucket the
see
bad
the
guy
world
all along?
So differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why
Was the bucket the bad guy all
everything
along?
feels
My
so-
god, it makes sense now. It absolutely makes sense.
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
What? You want to sell the bucket?
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
It's the bucket. To whoever said asked if the game was a horror game, maybe it actually is. Is that what we saw?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Okay.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I still want my
Stanley picked up
bucket.
the bucket and smiled. He'd
I still
never
want
be
my
alone
bucket.
again, not truly alone. Not with the bucket around.
Okay. Wait, it's different this time. Okay. Why is it different here? Despite nothing being different. This is so confusing. Okay, sure. The game is different this time. The bucket is an SCP. Isn't there an SCP bucket,
Stanley placed
actually?
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I need to find the last figurine, though. I don't remember where it was. Okay. Somewhere both red and blue. Where could it be? Near the car. Blue and red? You think? Near the car? We didn't found anything.
Stanley, we must move on from this.
Yeah,
broom
sorry.
simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd come into a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Because there was already a figurine downstairs. Red and blue. No, we already went here. So it's probably down.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Bucket is love, bucket is life. Okay, I'm trying to see what's down here. If I take the exit, like the escape route, maybe there will be a figurine here.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I want to find the last figurine.
Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Okay. Gosh, this hole is deep. Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease.
Maybe it's in the museum.
But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
Okay.
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Or not. Psych. Wait, is there anything here? Just to check? No, there's absolutely nothing. Okay.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are arranged in their own way.
Is the museum all about the buckets?
It was a glorious bucket to behold.
I love it. Could say he kicked a bucket. Wow.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you
25
see the
buckets.
that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more
I believe there's more than 25
Stanley
buckets
in
here.
his short life?
What is this? Inferno bucket. Replica, which is a medieval era that's so powerfully alluring. It drove thousands of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. True, true. Cave throwing about the bucket. You lost yours, by the way. Yeah, I know. I saw that.
No
It's
man
probably
can
somewhere
own
in the
a bucket,
museum, though.
and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
I know I'll find it again. The hanging bucket. Oh god. Can I jump? Oh, no, I can't. Did I got it?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine.
No.
Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world.
What if I begin the game again this time? Because I already died to this ending. So what if I reset?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Oh,
it
I
be?
guess I just
Stanley
reset.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Okay, so
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I still need to find like the last place for the figurine. What could it be? Where could it be? Or quit for the entity.
This was not the direct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
I'll find it.
was simply the place to be. And here it was.
I want to find the figurine before calling back the entity.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
What if I go
So
there
he
this
took a
time?
detour through the maintenance section and walked
Like
straight
with
ahead
the
to
confusing ending. Maybe it's there.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Aww. Wait, this is my wife and the line.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Why?
We've come together here
Broom
because we care
closet.
about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Oh, so
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones
is
that
this an
added Stanley classic characters
intervention?
from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Leave me
Don't you
my
want another
bucket.
story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I still want to keep my bucket.
Whee! Look at that wacky line.
Whee!
Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh no, not again. La 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 la.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wait, what?
It's as classic now as it was back then.
Okay.
Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I don't want to give up the bucket. Okay, I'm still looking for the figurine at the same time.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's
No.
why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True,
Let
it
me
also
out.
was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're
No.
ready.
I just want to leave. Let me leave.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
This is lazy
How
character
does a character
like
personality trait deserved to join the pantheon of
this is
beloved
lazy
Stanley
character
Parable
writing.
characters.
If it can
Well, you
only
see,
do
if you were
something,
to really explore
one
the
thing.
Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like
I
10
refuse
personality
to give
traits.
up my
What
bucket.
other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer
Unplug it.
merchandise
Can
the
I
fans
unplug
will
it?
be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
I can't
give back
unplug
to
it.
The classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
I refuse. I will never surrender the bucket.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Do I still have my bucket though? Please? Can I have my bucket back? I want my bucket back.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone.
No.
Finally. This is great. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Okay, I'll still go on the right.
Correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the
And this time I will stay,
lounge was simply the place to be.
I'll follow what the bucket
But
says
the bucket
this
turned
time.
out to be correct. Was no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting.
No. I want to go back here.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Okay,
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley
I don't
chose
care.
not
I
to
trust
think
my
about this
bucket with my
obvious
life.
fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Okay.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Ooh, neat.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Okay. So, is this my home? I guess? Oh. Okay, so... Right. Where's the bucket? Is this my bucket? No. Where's the bucket? Wait. Where do I go? I can't go here. Oh, god damn. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press R to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press Y to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Give me the bucket. I want the bucket. Where's my bucket? Is this the bucket? No, still not my bucket. I want my bucket. Thank you. Press V.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen
Yes.
to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Your memory is good, but your eyes. Hey, shut up. Shut up. I hate the fact that I have to wear glasses. Don't listen to the loud man. Press B to forced to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press Y to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Yes, my bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press Z to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
To relive the same day with me over and over. Yes, please.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's
Are you jealous,
so much
narrator?
more than just a regular bucket?
I think he's just jealous from my special bond, my special relationship with this bucket. Press G to go home to work, to home to work to home.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket.
See?
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
God. I just can't resist.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket,
No.
Stanley. I
No.
need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Where's my bucket? I want my bucket. I want the bucket. Give me my bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had a good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket,
A lovely bucket.
a bucket of culture and distinction.
Okay. So I still need to find that last figurine.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where could it be? Somewhere both red and blue. Collecting is sexy. Where's something both red and blue? Where could this be?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
So, you said earlier that it would be like between the
But Stanley just
car.
wouldn't do it. He considered
No.
the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired.
I trust you.
And in such a competitive
But I
economy,
don't
why
think
take
it's
that
here.
risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then
See?
something occurred
There's
to
nothing here.
Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in
Still
difficult
nothing
times
here.
such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
Where could
And
this
that's when
be?
Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday
Okay, I'm just reliving
Someone-
the same thing. So I'm just gonna restart. Cut. Wait, what? Is it this one? No, it's this one.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. I don't need company for happiness. I just need my
Trace
buckets.
of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Wait, what? This time there's two. Do I need to input on every reset to get an ending? A special one? No.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What place did I still miss? Do I still miss? I genuinely don't know. I'm just so confused. Source of levitation. I'm trying to find clues. Because I genuinely don't know what to do now.
Stanley, we must move on
Okay,
to
there's
this closet, simply
nothing
because I
near
have
here.
no remaining stickers. If I did, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Because this is red, but there's no blue. And we already found the one in the toilet. Oh, wait. Here, maybe? Ah, shit. Here we go again. Nah, there's nothing here. Okay, gosh, I'm lost.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Maybe in the mind controlling facility?
Explanation.
Like not in the last room, but like in the one just before. Is there something here? No. I don't know. I'm just confused now. Where's the last figurine? Where could it be?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Yeah,
Facility.
sure.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I want the skip button.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled
Can
it
someone
gently,
help me on this one?
reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Am I on the right way?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
What place is red and blue?
Raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
What is the right
He
place?
screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Let's see in this room.
Or sad. Or
Is there
content.
anything?
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
Doesn't
cold
seem to
reality
have
of
anything.
life began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool
What
way.
if
But at
I turn the
last
power
second,
back
Bucket
on?
jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the
Did you
power
explore
for
everything
itself?
from the jumping
How
platform?
could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Yeah, I
Stanley was
think.
prepared to throw the bucket away in
Oh,
disgust
maybe
when
the
suddenly
room
an image
I
appeared
couldn't
on the
enter
enemy's
with the
screen.
bucket. So maybe
Birds.
I'll have to
Silly,
let out
silly birds.
the
The
bucket.
control buttons became active again.
Silly birds. What? This one?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
I love this one!
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Oh, they're so
Bucket knew this
cute!
all along. Stanley marveled at the metal genius in
Wow.
his minds, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley
Oh,
and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And
give me
Stanley
my favorite.
was
Yeah, this one. I love it. This is the silliest bird, I think. Okay, so this time I'll try to go in the no bucket room. Oh shit. Okay. How can I get here? Oh god. There's too many boxes. Okay, I can't reach it. Okay. I just... Okay, so no bucket. Bad bucket. Bad. The bird is never the bird. And I can't input anything. Fuck. Nope. I can't input anything.
When Stanley came to a set of two
Okay.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt
So we're sure there's nothing
butterflies in
here.
his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I need to jump back here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I hope this is the right way.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Okay.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
No.
for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me
Okay.
prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Is it the
Now
place?
listen carefully. This is
There's red and blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes!
There it is. The last stick.
I was right.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This
Oh,
is a
finally!
real accomplishment.
Oh, that feels good.
Something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
But that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Sure. So, red door, blue door. Let's take the red.
God, you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing
So,
right now.
okay.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
I'm stuck
I
again.
wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just
Can I go backward?
stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
The bucket. I want the bucket. Ooh, fancy.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It feels good. Wow. Aww. This is so relaxing. This looks like a butthole. Or an eye. Okay, maybe I should go. Oh,
No, wait. Where are you going?
what if I go back?
Right. Where were we?
Back and forth? No. No, okay. Only once.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Excuse you, what? What?
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, wait, what?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm thinking. But I only have 2 brain cells, sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
thank God. You lived. You had me worried. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley,
come on.
let's go back to the other room.
I want to die.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
No,
That you'll throw
I'm just-
yourself from this
I'm just
platform
trying
over
it.
and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Okay, okay.
It looks like you wanted to make a do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Of course I'm teasing you. I'm gonna die. Of course I want to die. I'm getting slower each time I jumped. Probably because I'm breaking my legs slowly but surely. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I just want to see what happens.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Sorry, the end is never the end. Okay. So everything is back to normal here, I guess? Wait.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause
No.
on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay, sure. I love the memory zone. This is peaceful. This is amongst the saddest ending, I feel. Yeah, it was definitely very sad. I feel bad for doing it. Okay, so far it's almost similar.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
Can I get this one? Like 7 out of 6? Good.
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
It was on the stairs, I believe.
No.
Oh.
Under the stairs was the 4th place you found
Oh.
the Stanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess
Oops.
perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what?
I guess.
If under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments? Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No.
Well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What is this? Okay.
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, the Windows Movie Maker. Oh, I love it. With the low definition and everything. We found it near the cargo lift. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Starring Stanley.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Oh, I love
I
it.
spent a lot of time making that video.
I can
but it was
see.
8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh gosh, it was so good. Okay, and here's the last one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
Yep.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Is it the same thing? Okay, it feels like it. You are in the present. Is it a jump circle? No, I can't jump.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, okay. This was a strange one.
No, I'm
Wait,
not
what?
done. I'm not ready to move on.
What?
Stop the loading screen. Is
What
there
the
some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards.
No.
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. It really got me with
room with
the...
the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the
It got me with the loading screen.
The memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay.
Here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that
Oh,
video.
please, more. I want more of it. Okay.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, I love it.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
Okay.
I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
So we're back over here. What happens if I go here? Nothing. Okay, I just get stuck. Which is fine. It's fine. Okay, so the
This
bathroom.
was our second Figly. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This
And the
is
very first one.
First one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Are we back? Sort of. The jump circle is back.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rose.
I love the jump circle. It was fun.
I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more memories.
Okay.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
This is okay. This is once again the same. This is my
And
room.
before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No, this
There's
is the.
something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different.
What?
I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy
Deal.
telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
One last ending, and then I'll probably stop the stream.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Okay. Can I enter an input again? Apparently not.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Do I have other things to do? Here. Everything
Still no
came
one was
back
here.
to normal.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Everything seems to be back to normal.
Stanley, we must move
Aw.
on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No more figurines. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Still only the elevator here. The screen thing is the only obvious one I see. Oh yeah! Wait! Here's the input. Okay. So every time I need to find another computer.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional
shit.
dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. Trying to go back down. Just to see if there's
Stanley
a
and the bucket
computer,
walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
and then I'll
"Mind
reset.
Control
I won't.
Facility."
I don't want to do all this again. I'll just reset.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky
So
fellow.
we need to
Very
find
lucky indeed.
the fourth one. I don't know why, but I'm guessing the last one will be mine.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Let's
to his
see.
chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
Maybe
Stanley had
somewhere
felt the
around
bucket
here.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned
Where
out to be
could I
correct? Was this no, never mind.
input
The bucket was
something?
wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Were there anything here? No.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
First
lift, yes.
room?
Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good.
Wait, what if I die with
Now
the
ride the
bucket?
lift or the...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his
Okay.
dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching. How wonderful. Stanley was alone.
The end is never the end.
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got
Yes.
what I wanted.
Well done.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace
So we
of it.
only need to find the last one. And I'm guessing this... Yes! Oh, I died. Okay. So... Is this just pressing buttons? Do I have to press them all? Please don't tell me I have to... Okay, I can't. Okay, simple as that. What the fuck? Is that it? Like, can I just press buttons for eternity? I mean, I won't complain, this is very satisfying, but... It's like bubble wrap. Exactly! Well... I guess I'm stuck in heaven. So... Last time we ended the stream after, like, getting free from the company. And this time, I'll stop the stream while being in heaven? Like, button heaven? The game was incredibly fun to make. Fun to play, I mean. Like, everything is so good. This is confusing, but also very funny, interactive. This game is incredible. It blows my mind something like this exists. I just love it. And like all the very back room aesthetic is just amazing. I really enjoy playing that game. But the entity, fine, fine. I'll check the entity, but only once. Only once. I'll just reboot the game quickly. Okay. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game's settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettleable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. Yeah, I've noticed. Thanks. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? Yep, definitely. That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you will see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay. Oh, so there is an epilogue now. Okay, I'm doing the epilogue now. I can't end the stream right now. Thank you. God damn it. I want to go to sleep. I'm tired. Many years later. Oh, so we're back in the desert. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go for the sun. I trust the sun. And hopefully I'm right. Okay. I'm not really converted. Can I have my bucket, please? Can I have my bucket? The end is never the end. Well, this one's supposed to be like after the end. But like, what the fuck is happening? Okay. I'm gonna go for the moon. Follow the light. Follow the sun. What is happening? Is there anything behind? No. Is this the memory zone? It is! It is the memory zone. What? So there is truly an epilogue to the Stanley Parable too. Narrator? Are you here? Are you okay? Cookie9's blog. He enjoyed his time. He posted a good comment this time. Oh. Event is oh, apparently not. Okay. Oh. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Oh. This is a bad ending, I guess.
Jim.
Yes!
Jim.
I can be Jim again.
Jim.
Is there anything here?
Jim.
Just more Jim. What is this? Who are those? I don't know, probably the devs or something. The figurines. The stallions. I keep getting more. What is this? Thank you for enjoying the new content. Hello again. It's nice to see you. It's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so upset with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Let's see. No more train station. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we will advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we will pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work, no need to do that. It will just be the same content, recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. Hey, isn't that FIFA? What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Even though I like having new games from a franchise that I love, I want some novelty to it. If it's the same thing again and again and again, you will get bored at some point. But as long as you have some novelty from time to time, I guess it's fine. So don't do it. Stop it while we can. I understand. Sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Okay, well, I guess this time this is really the end. We finished the epilogue. There shouldn't be much more after that. So, yeah, like I said, it is an incredible game. A very fun one. And I definitely hope there will be maybe like another DLC, like the Ultra Deluxe version. But if it stops there, it's fine too. Like, the game is already insane by itself. So, I hope you enjoyed it too. I'll either try to find another game to play on next Wednesday, or I will just not stream, because I also need to rest a little and work on a lot of different projects that I've been working on. So I'll keep you up to date as usual with this. There will definitely be a Monster Hunter stream on Saturday, don't worry about that. But for now, I feel like that's all. That's a good way to end the stream. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm just gonna say good morning, afternoon, evening, or even good night, and see ya!